Hi, I'm Soleil and we're Coffee and Queers, and we're going to talk about equity in higher education for LGBT students. Jones, Shu, and Torres stated that college campuses are a microcosm of the greater society. They were right. College campuses are a miniature reflection of the greater society around us. And as LGBT people face issues of equity in the larger society, LGBT students also face these issues of equity on college campuses.
So we know about Pride Centers and how they can offer support. Is that a relatively recent phenomenon?
No, it's not. So around the 1960s, that's when the first sort of LGBT resource center arose. Then about 10 years later, the first LGBT resource center that was designed specifically to support students' needs came about. Then around the 1990s, they started popping up in tandem, but it was really just, one room, half staff, a closet, if you will. And then as they started to accelerate and become more prominent, different organizations within higher education started to come up with, common knowledge and shared practices and how to move LGBT resources and programs and services forward.
I'm sure there's still plenty of LGBTQ plus students that are still having a hard time on campus.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have to think about how it's already hard for these students to even get into college because there's often difficulties with applying for FAFSA, especially for LGBT students who don't have ties to their family anymore, or LGBT students who also come from same-sex families. They can receive lesson aid, and then there's the data mismatch and the issues for trans students having to out themselves on FAFSA applications, and then sometimes not even receiving aid because of the data mismatch between their legal name and gender marker. So there's that. There's just existing on a college campus where these students face extreme levels of harassment and discrimination just for existing as who they are. So yeah, definitely still some hard times.
But inclusion and support shouldn't start on college campuses anyway.
Nope, it should start in the K-12 environment, because even if you look at the data on K-12, which of course it's very little, but hostile school environments, harsh discrimination and harassment, it begins in the K-12, and it's only compounded once they step foot on college campuses.
So then how do we make college campuses or all campuses more equitable for LGBTQ students?
So, just recognizing the ways that the student population and LGBT students in general have been marginalized and excluded from higher education practices. But you can also do simple things like changing up the curriculum to highlight LGBT stories and voices, making policies and changes that enhance the experience that LGBT students can have on campus, and just not having a one-track mind, not keeping it this LGBT 101, like we have to dig deeper and we have to move away from, it's just about gender-neutral restrooms. No, it's not just about that. That is a part of it, but there's like a bigger issue, like how come we aren't helping trans students in terms of their health care and hormones on college campuses? Like, we have the resources. All you have to do is train the person and then you're good to go, but there's a lot of roadblocks. I know it's easier said than done, but we have to start somewhere. And that's barely scratching the surface of equity issues for LGBT students in higher education. But you should definitely read more about it. There's so many articles out there that can help you move forward if you value education or you are a person who is in education.
Thank you, Soleil.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I forgot what we're saying. Like, comment, subscribe. Is that what? Hi. Thank you for watching Coffee and Queers. If you enjoyed this, check out the other videos on the 26th channel, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Love you, bitch.